Please select a mission.
We have a new assignment. Eliminate the commander of Rogue Coyote, one of the PFs operating in Africa. The target is simply the Major to his men. That's his rank from his army days. Instead of your typical boots-on-the-ground work, he's more of a job broker and a recruiter. And apparently he also runs a little espionage operation on the side. Which could explain why he's picked up a long list of enemies. I don't like getting involved in a PF pissing match any more than you do. There's another reason we took this job. Recently, this guy's been talking about dealing in nuclear arms. Think back to the shipment that Cypher was having ZRS transport. If we put the squeeze on this Major, we might come out of it with some new intel on Cypher.
Mission accepted. Heading to Central Africa. Deploying.
Mission objective is to eliminate the PF commander they call the Major. One of the Major's subordinates working undercover with the CFA is due to make contact with him. Check his current location on your iDroid. Follow him, and he should lead you right to the Major.
Complete. The map has been updated.
Be careful down there, boss!
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. You have arrived at your destination.
Target's man should be somewhere around there.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
The target's man should be somewhere around there. You got him. Stay on him.
The map has been updated.
We have no fix on the target, not even a predicted field of movement. All we have to go on is this meeting with his subordinate. Remember, this guy will call the meeting off if he thinks he's being tailed. You got to do everything you can to stay out of sight.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Remember, this guy will call the meeting off if he thinks he's being tailed. You got to do everything you can to stay out of sight.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
His vehicle stopped.
Complete.
Is that where he's meeting the target?
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
Subject is in.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
That's an enemy gunship. A single burst from this machine gun can cut a man in half. Tread carefully, boss.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
That's the target.
Approaching. Please select a deployment point. Dispatch requested. Buddy departing area of operations. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Ek is gereed om terugvoering te gee, majoor.
Ek gee my net die breed trekker.
Die CFA kon nog nie vasstel hoe die huursoldate in Wallawamasa gesterf het. Al wat hulle kon kry was die plaaslike bevolking wat praat. Bose gees. Maar daar is gerugte dat jy die job van die hand gewys het omdat jy geweet het van die siekte. En nou is iemand besig om 'n vergeldingssquad saam te
The
stel.
map
Van
has
alle
been
dinge.
updated.
Ek maak soms my hande vuil. Maar ek's 'n engel in vergelyking met sommige van hierdie bliksems. Slawehandel. Reg onder hulle neus. Hulle wil my verkoop.
Maar jy is heeltemal reg. Nie een van ons verdien 'n prys op sy kop.
In elk geval, sê die res in 'n geskrewe verslag. Wat meer belangrik is jou volgende taak. ZRS probeer 'n ou man om die lewe bring. Dit het iets te doen met kernwapenhandel. Maar ek het geen idee wie die ou man is nie.
Ek verstaan. Ek sal dit ondersoek. En kernwapens te ondersoek is, wel, dis 'n baie gevaarlike pad om te loop.
Ja, ek weet nie. Kan wees wat hierdie plek nodig het. Met die skrik maak tussen die lande. Baie bloedvergietings.
Jy dink Mobutu en die res sal die sin daarvan kan insien.
Maar miskien het hulle planne om die groot koppe ook gelukkig te hou. Vir nou, vind uit waarmee ZRS besig is.
Ek begryp, meneer.
Cover me!
Analysis complete. Mission info has been updated.
Is he okay? Fire!
Subject is in.
Mission
Damn.
intel.
It hardly looks like the treasure trove of intel we were hoping for. Well, whatever. Exfiltrate the hot zone and RTB. All right, you're out of the hot zone. No enemy forces in pursuit. Mission complete.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
All right, mission complete, boss. Maybe you'll actually break a sweat next time, huh? Spilled his guts all right. His nuclear arms business was just a rumor he was paid to spread around. He doesn't even know who's paying him. All his instructions came through a cutout. But hell, who else would be behind it but Cypher? And this nuclear arms trading is clearly connected to that yellow cake. He thought the same thing, which is why he tried to investigate ZRS himself. He said something else that caught my attention. That ZRS had tried to kill some old man. How did one old man get that kind of attention? So you finally found that legend of a gunsmith. The guys on the R&D team are dumbfounded. They say he's every bit as good as the stories. With him working for us, you'll be able to customize your weapons. Try it out in the ACC. Boss, about those walker gears spreading all over Africa, Huey's got an idea for a counter-weapon. Come on back to base.
This. It's a variable, multi-legged tank. A spin-off of Metal Gear technology.
Big fan of spin-offs, isn't he? I hear he borrowed from the Soviets in Costa Rica, too.
The design allows for a lot of freedom in setups. It's based around a central core unit, so you can quickly reconfigure the hardware to suit any sort of mission parameters.
What the good doctor's trying to say is that it's customizable.
Naturally, it will raise the probability of success for standard missions. But it functions as an improved deterrent by increasing your preemptive strike capability against enemy elements. You just deploy it in a war zone, and its superior firepower puts the brakes on enemy attacks. Eventually, the whole war machine grinds to a halt. A true battle gear!
'Cause I'm having deja vu here.
I don't like him any more than you. But we need this.
You think it'll cut it in the field?
Turning radius is better than any tanks. That's great for regional skirmishes. Tech like this is popping up all among the PFs. Best way to deal with them is to fight fire with fire.
I'll await your instructions then, boss.
so do we have your approval to commence development?
Fine.
Consider yourself off the chopping block, Doctor.
Got a new mission for you, boss. The client is one of the kids you rescued from that mine. According to the kids, people often disappear from the mine to a place called Nzoya Badiabulu, the Devil's House. On top of that, Saner's involved with the place. Check your iDroid for the mission details.
Please select a mission.
Boss, the client this time is a child. One of the children you rescued from that mine. He wants us to save the boy who was their leader. His name is Shabani, and he was the oldest among them. Several days before you went to the mine, he was taken away to Nzoya Badiabulu. Our search turned up a place the locals call by that name. Ngumba Industrial Zone. Nearby residents are terrified of it. They say the devil lives there, and that anyone who sets foot in it never returns. This industrial zone has long been abandoned, but it seems it was sold off a few years back to a certain corporation, Saner. And now the perimeter is tightly guarded by a PF. The reason is unclear. The same goes for why Shabani was taken away. But something is obviously going on there. Those kids from the mine really looked up to Shabani. The client has given us the last of their diamonds in return. Go get Shabani out of there, boss. Whatever Cypher's up to in the region, Shabani might just be our best lead.
Select unit. Staff dismissed.
So, who's that woman who doesn't talk the boss brought back?
No idea. I wonder if she's even human.
What? Come on, if she's inhuman, what is she? Alien? Some kind of bioroid?
I don't know. The way she
Please
moves
specify a
disappears.
project.
I wouldn't count anything out.
Give me a break. It's probably technology from that cipher. There's no such thing as miracles in the supernatural. Only cutting-edge technology.
I don't know much about Cypher, but even science has its limits, right? And how do we know she's connected to them anyway?
You're asking the wrong guy.
Well, whoever she is, boy, does she creep me out.
I hear ya.
Please select a landing zone. Mission list updated. Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Heading to Central Africa.
was the leader of the boys being forced to work at the mine. He was separated from the others and taken away to Ngumba Industrial Zone. The locals call this place Nzoya Vadia Bulu, the Devil's House. Boss, find Shivani and extract him safely. You can check the target's location on your iDroid.
The map has been updated.
An outpost in a sunken road. Minoko Yanyoka, the snake's mouth. I get it. Looks like that's the only way to the objective area.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Caution, rain approaching. Approaching. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Plant expansion complete. Please select a drop point. Supplies requested. Supply drop complete.
Good job.
They even got a guard post there. Security sure is tight. I guess they don't want anyone poking around.
Analysis complete. Weather will clear shortly.
Good.
Analysis
Sy skoffers
complete.
verby en ons het 'n tekort aan mannekrag.
Verstaan. Waarna toe gaan ek?
Die wagpos voor die tonnel. Wanneer jy by die rivieroeverwagpos kom, slaan koers die woud in.
Reg.
Hou jou oë oop. Die digte mis verdamp trend nooit. Dan's daar stories oor hulle
Hallo?
bose geeste. Duivels wat fluister en vloek en wie weet wat als. Die laaste ou, hy is by die tonnel en kyk. Wees dit versigtig. Gaan nou.
Ja, meneer.
Supposedly, the valley up ahead is covered in mist almost year-round. The objective area is beyond there.
Where are your friends?
The map has been updated. Extraction failed.
The bridge has collapsed. Looks like you'll have to go down through the valley.
Good dog.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
There's a cliff blocking the way to the objective area. You'll have to take the path. There's a lot of erosion in that tunnel. Could come down any minute. Watch your step.
You have arrived at your
You've
destination.
reached the objective area. Now look for the target. I just hope he's alive.
The map has been updated. Goomba Industrial Zone. A bunch of old abandoned factories. The locals call this place Inzoya Diabulu, the Devil's House. That's where the target was taken. We don't know his exact position, but that's part of your job.
extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
What is that? Boss, here's your body.
Shabani, your boy sent me.
En je må signet og bannetod. Nu går jeg bek, Kebban. Burn with the rest of them.
lost sight of you. See anything nearby you could use to stop him?
Snake, are you okay? Snake!
Please select a land support helicopter. Requested.
The hell? Your bullets aren't hitting him. Arriving shortly at LZ. What is this guy?
Snake, talk to me! Snake! Snake!
The tunnel's blocked. Boss, I know it's risky, but I'm changing the LZ closer to your position. First stop him, then call in the chopper.
Please select a land support helicopter.
Roger.
Requested.
I'll send a chopper. He'll shoot down the chopper if it lands now. Stop it before it arrives. This is P1. On station at LZ. He spotted you. He's coming.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
All right, mission complete, boss. Maybe you'll actually break a sweat next time, huh? Skullface. So he was in Africa after all. Working behind the scenes. Even that man on fire at his beck and call. But what the hell was going on at the Devil's House? Earphones embedded in people's throats. Tapes playing voices. And those lumps on their chests. They looked like the ones on the bodies at the oil field. The man on fire burned everything to the ground. But we were recording audio the whole time you were there. We'll conduct a thorough analysis of it. CFA outpost. It appears he's involved with nuclear weapons development in the area. My hunch is that this guy is somehow connected to Cypher. I've got no proof, but we know Skullface is working through PFs in the region. Anyway, it just so happens a job connected to this inspection has come in. Take a look at your iDroid.
Boss, about those invalids you saw in that Devil's House.
Poor bastards. All strapped down to the beds, with those lumps on their chest.
The medical staff tell me they were probably a type of cyst.
Cysts can get that big.
In some cases, yes. But supposing they're a kind of atheroma forming on the surface of the skin, the size is just too big, and the appearance is all wrong. In the end, the medical team were at a loss. Those lumps were like nothing they'd ever seen. The fluid you said you got on your prosthesis when you touched one was burned off in the fighting, and the factory burned down too. None of the tests we did once you were back at the base revealed a pathogen that could have caused them. Meaning we don't have a single sample to work with.
Everything went up in flames.
What worries the medical team most is whether it's contagious. Whether there's a chance we could end up like that.
And
Mother Base's sanitation control has always been strict. After all, war is great at transporting diseases. For the time being, at least. There's no sign of contagion or any symptoms that could be related. One more thing. About the surgery that had been performed on the people in the Devil's House.
Yeah?
You said that their throats were cut open, with an acoustic tube pushed inside?
Right. The tubes were hooked up to tape recorders, playing some kind of audio.
Well, we picked up some of that audio through your radio transmissions and recorded it here. The intel team has been working on analyzing the communications log.
What have they found?
There's nothing tying the contents together. We've got a report on 3 deaths in a car accident on the autoroute near Marseille. Protests outside the Libyan embassy in London, a press conference with the former Prime Minister of Sweden, a 4-month-old weather forecast for Balikpapan, and then commercials for appliances, cough syrup, and TV dinners. Assuming they're not all staged, they come off as recordings of your average public broadcasts.
Public broadcasts? Just radio and TV signals?
Yes, and from all over the world. We're looking into whether they're genuine or not, just to be sure. What else? A speech that sounds like it was recorded out on the street, and people chatting about how this year's tomato crop did.
And there's nothing they have in common?
We're partway through the cryptanalysis. That includes checking all audio ranges and running it backward and at different speeds. Then there's vocabulary breakdown for political suggestions, ideological common points. But I don't think it's going to get us anywhere.
Where were the recordings made?
There's nothing linking them from that angle either. Just like you reported, we've detected virtually every major language there is. French, German, Italian, Spanish, including South American accents.
I figured as much. They've lost their families to war, had militias abduct them, forced them to fight. They've got an attitude. Not bad at heart.
Right. I just wish there was something else we could do for them.
Yeah. Not exactly the best role models, huh?
Then there's Russian, Hindi, Arabic, Portuguese. One more thing. About the surgery that had been performed on the people in the Devil's House.
Yeah?
You said that
And there's nothing they have in common?
we're partway through the cryptanalysis. That includes... Then there's for breakdown for political... But I don't think it's...
Where were the record?
There's nothing just like you reported. French, then there's Russian, Hindi, Arabic, Portuguese, Mandarin, Cantonese, Japanese.
They're nothing if not thorough.
Well, I don't know if we've got them all covered. Ignoring the ones that have gone extinct, supposedly over 5,000 languages exist today. Besides, English isn't one of the ones we picked up.
Really? English?
I know. Only 5% of the world's population is a native English speaker. But when you factor in those who've acquired it as a second language, nearly 1/3 of the people speak it. The world's dominant lingua franca. You gotta figure they had it somewhere among all the languages in that place.
No English.
Bear in mind, we didn't hear everything that was played in that room. We couldn't isolate the more distant sounds due to static and the program could have been set to change every day. In a nutshell, for reasons unknown, people in that room with a common medical condition were made to listen to recordings in languages from around the world. It's not clear how the growths on their chests fit into it. It could have been treatment for them, or maybe an experiment of some kind.
I'm guessing one person knows.
Yeah, Skullface. He was there. The only thing we can say for sure is that he's involved.
Please select a landing zone. Landing zone confirmed.
Roger.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Please select a mission.
The contract is to eliminate a high-ranking CFA officer. CFA doesn't just hire United soldiers as mercenaries. They're also supplying United with weapons. It just smacks of Western nations manipulating them against the socialist MPLA. Naturally, the MPLA is not happy with the situation and wants us to put a stop to it. Your standard issue East-West proxy war. Except it appears our target is the man in charge of how many weapons get supplied to UNITA. Apparently his MO is to keep the Civil War going as long as possible, so CFA can keep making a profit. Bad for business if UNITA wins too soon. So they sit back and suck the people dry. Parasites of war. Our intel suggests the target rarely ventures outside of Nova Braga Airport. But rumor has it that a Western arms dealer is headed there soon for an inspection. That could be your chance to eliminate the target from a distance. We also heard that he plans to leave the country following the inspection. This may be our only opportunity to take him out.